Alright, and welcome back to Rostov, where we are continuing to beat up the Kilrathi and try to save the noble savages. Or natives. Yeah, it's kind of funny in this early game where you have Confed as the very much the good guys in the war. Now, granted, in the Wing Commander universe, they're going up against the Kilrathi, who are quite clearly evil and hell-bent on our annihilation, but regardless, Confed is the one trying to protect the natives, primitive natives of the world, whereas Kilrathi is perfectly willing to enslave them, and in fact, in the later secret missions, that's pretty much what that entire second secret missions is all about. Well, I guess it does kind of get pretty interesting later on later in the series, where after the Kilrathi are defeated, Confed starts to fall apart, where you have all of Wing Commander 4 where, the border worlds get into almost go to war with Confed and Tolwyn goes crazy. Then in Prophecy, where it's sort of... I'm not 100% sure about Prophecy, but things aren't going as good as they could. I mean, of course, then at that point, the only game you have in the series is Privateer 2, which... I don't know, you can argue whether or not Privateer 2 is part of the Wing Commander series. Now, I've never played it, so I guess it's one of those things that I might not be able to comment on, but from what I've seen of Privateer 2, it doesn't really fit in the series. It's just... yes, there's mentions of Confed, and it's implied that there's... stupid asteroids, I forgot about these things. It's implied that, eventually at some point Confed fell apart. Which... I don't think how it's implied in there. Okay, let me just word this better. Well, basically, compared to sort of... Privateer 2 just did not feel like it was in the Wing Commander series, or seemed like that it was in the Wing Commander series. And that they only mentioned certain things we know about Wing Commander just to say, hey, it's part of it. I mean, compared to another game series like the Free Space series. I mean, the first game in that is called Descent Free Space, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the Descent universe. Thing is, Volition, they clearly wanted Free Space to be a separate universe, so, by the time the sequel came out, they completely eliminated the whole Descent title from it, and made it its own series. With Privateer 2, it seems like that... It almost seemed like they wanted to make a new... Origin wanted to make a new universe, but... really just didn't think it'd sell, so they tried to tack on some stuff with Wing Commander, and hopefully sell more copies. I mean, the only other explanation I can think of for that is that they intended, they intended for the whole thing with Confed falling apart and just the whole things to happen as they did, so that the universe is like it is in Privateer 2, and that's supposed to show sort of the, distant future. And Wing Commander Prophecy was supposed to be it's a starting point for a new series that would lead up to where Privateer 2 starts. Not sure if I'm making any sense there. But, okay, I really digressed off this game, but I sort of figured this Let's Play is also sort of a bit of analysis on the Wing Commander series as a whole. I mean, that's assuming I don't get to Wing Commander 2 or 3, which, like I said, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do that. This is really to play through the first Wing Commander again, which, as I said before, I do a lot. At least it's hard for me to say this stuff about Privateer 2 when I actually haven't played the game. Jeez, I spent right for that Rolari. Like I said, most of what I know of Privateer 2 is just sort of some, synopsis I've looked up, some of the FMVs, and there was Spoony's review of it. Well, like I said, what can I... stupid asteroids. Really, if you're going to release a sequel to Privateer, you know... Release a sequel to Privateer, I mean, come on. I love, you know, the original Wing Commander Privateer. It's a really great game. Plus, you know... It's just a much more familiar universe there, I guess. I don't know, this whole game, this whole mission seems to have been a rant for... about Wing Commander about Privateer 2. But, I need to do this stuff. Alright, well, in the time it took me to rant about a game that I never played, I managed to beat the mission. So, should be finishing up Rostov in a little bit then.